Snipe. I knew it. 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 From first time we met, long time ago, inside of the 95.7 Jam studio. And he did it. And I'm so proud that he's walking in who I saw a long time ago that he is today. The sky is the limit, and I cannot wait to, just be able to see him smirk, bask in his success, because yeah, he's got it. He's had it, he's got it, and he'll keep it. Rhythmic TV, and we've come kind of full circle today. This is really surreal for me because I get a chance to sit here and talk to Mr. Snipe Young. I know your real government name because we go way back. But we used to sit in the studio at 95.7 when it was on the top of the Sheraton. Oh man, that's been a long time ago.
It was a long time ago.
But now you're out in LA. You've been out here for how many years?
7 years now.
It seems like you've belonged here for a long time. You just, you had to follow that path to get here.
Yeah.
But 7 years.
7 years. 7 years. 2010.
So how has it been since you've been out here? And then we'll go down your resume since you've been out here. But how has it been?
It ain't been easy. It may look easy, but it's not easy at all. It's real tough. It's expensive, tough, and it's industry. And it's expensive and it's tough.
In this industry.
And it's a bunch of tears and it's tough. Don't believe the hype. It's real. It ain't. You can't just come out here and be like, boom, I blew up. No. It's real.
So what have you I guess learned? What's the biggest lesson I guess you've learned in the process of getting to where you are now?
Consistency. Being consistent. And understand that it don't end at no. Like you're gonna hear a bunch of no's. You're gonna hear I don't know. You're gonna hear not right now or next time, but just know it don't end at the no. If you know that, if you stay consistent and you understand the fact that it doesn't end at no, you'll be cool. That's what I've learned throughout this whole situation, in the good and the bad, knowing that no don't always mean no. In this situation,
in the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
So basically, like, timing is everything. It's coming if you're consistent. Okay, that's good advice. That's grown man advice.
Hey man, actually. I ain't number 22, man.
No. Okay. I know you as a producer. You were rapping for a minute. You're pretty good at that too.
Yeah, I'm pretty dope.
But no, really, you are. But producing is just what you found to be your favorite, or like, how did you figure that out?
It wasn't really a either or thing. It was more so I kind of like just fell into just doing production engineering and stuff because I just fell out of love with rap for some reason. It just wasn't appealing to me no more. Once it became watered down and the way that the game was going, it just wasn't the reason that I wanted to rap. It wasn't appealing to me no more. So it was just like, okay, I'm just gonna make production. So I started doing a lot of production, and I just kept sharpening that skill, sharpening that skill. Then I look back, and I'm like, oh, I hadn't done no rap song in a minute. And then I was like, I don't even got that now and try to do it. I'm rusty. So it was kind of like a situation like that. I still got them bars though. I can write for somebody, but I ain't trying to go out there and rap.
I remember you talking about you never wanted to like go to the Grammys or any of those award shows and stuff until you actually won one yourself. And that just recently happened, right?
And I didn't get to go.
What happened?
I didn't get an invitation.
Okay.
I got one this year, but I still didn't get to go.
Okay.
So, I mean, I know I'm going to be there when I win mine. You understand me? Mine for some production, you feel what I'm talking about? So I'm going to be there for that.
But you got one, though. You are a legitimate Grammy Award winner.
Yeah.
For engineering.
On Beyonce's Lemonade.
Man, what?
But I didn't get to say my speech. I want to say my speech. I got a speech already wrote, man.
Hold on, man. Hold on. So Beyonce's Lemonade, biggest, like one of the biggest records like ever, right?
Yeah, I
Come
guess.
on, man. It's like you being modest. But
I guess.
come on.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It would feel better if it was.
If it was the
You feel what I'm saying?
I got you.
So it's kind of like it's a. I'm grateful. It's a bittersweet type thing though, because I ain't get to say my speech.
Okay. So as far as like getting to that point, what advice or like what would you say to someone who just has that kind of dream or that kind of goal? Like, what would you say to them if they aspire to get to that point?
To get to a plateau of
winning a Grammy, man. Like, do you believe the fact that you spoke it a long time ago? Do you believe that attributed to it? Do you believe that it's all, relative to you being consistent? Like, what advice would you give somebody that aspires to be, in your shoes?
I would say, of course, I spoke it a long time ago. And because I spoke it a long time ago, that's how I know I got some more coming. And I already wrote my speech. I'm dead serious about this speech, man. I'm serious. It's documented on Facebook. But anyway, I spoke into existence a long time ago. And like I said, consistency, persistence, faith. When people say faith, people are always thinking like, oh, here go the cliche. It's just what they say. No, for real. Like being able to think about something and it actually comes to life. And not caring about what nobody else is saying about it. Because and that no is not the end. You know what I'm saying? If you keep that type of mind state and just steady sharpening your tools and steady learning, like I learn to this day. You know what I'm saying? I still go back. I watch YouTube videos like his NBA footage. I will go and find somebody tutorial. I'll go in there. I do this on a regular. Every night I'm going in there and I'm watching somebody make a beat, somebody break down the EQ, somebody show me how to do some compression tricks. I'm trying all kind of stuff because I'm steadily trying to learn because I know I can continue to grow. So as long as you got that mentality and you don't never think that you know everything, you're cool. Consistency, faith, willing to learn.
I want to say this to you. I'm really proud of you, and it's real dope to just see you doing your thing. Just because, I mean, it is cliche to say I knew it, but really, because of the talks and stuff we had, and it's like, just to get a chance to see you doing something that you truly love to do. You don't meet those type of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And as young as you are.
I'm just 22.
Yeah, as young as you are to know that that's what you wanted to do, and you living the dream and stuff now. But Rhythmic TV, is all about life. It's about music. It's about faith and success and the whole journey and the whole process. So I think that you definitely embody what the show is about.
Okay.
So I appreciate you just allowing us to be here, but. Tell me about your day. Like you said, you go and study and stuff all the time at the close of your day and everything. But what's your process as a producer of Grammy? Well, you're an engineer, but you've written for some other artists, obviously, and produced for other artists, obviously. But what's your process? Like, what does your day look like?
Oh, my
for
day.
Someone who thinks that they want to do this.
Oh, okay.
Full time. You know what I'm saying?
My day consists of like right now is whatever time it is in the middle of the day.
You serious, man?
What?
You don't have a clue what time it is.
No, what time?
You just get lost. You ain't gotta look. I'm messing with you.
It's 3:15.
Okay.
So at 3:15, normally I will be waking up.
Okay.
Because I went to sleep at 7 a.m.
Okay.
From working all night. So if I'm doing sound design, because I do sound design for some companies as well. So if I'm doing a sound design project, I shuffle my schedules. It's weird. I don't know how I do it, but it's weird. I'll shuffle the schedule. So if I'm doing something with sound design, I'm working overnight till 7 a.m. because nobody can bother me. Everybody's asleep. Nobody's going to call. Facebook, I can watch Facebook if I want to. I can look at whatever I want. Nobody's really up at that time. Everybody's asleep. But I'm up. During the daytime, I'm getting ready to do that. So once I'm zoned in, I go in, I put my earphones on, my sub pack or whatever I'm doing, and I lock in. That's on the sound design day. If I'm doing a boot camp with my artists.
Which means what?
Okay, so with the artists that I have under the 922 music group, which is Josephine, Dana, Reg Archer, Sly Slam, Cold New. We'll have a boot camp, and all the artists will come in. Mm-hmm. And what we'll do is, like, say for instance, we're doing something for Josephine. It'll be a project. We'll do this project for 2 weeks.
Okay.
And what we do is we go in and we just say, okay, we're gonna just hash out as many songs as we can in this 2 week period. We may come up with 17. We may come up with 34.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna put all the beats down. We're gonna write them, put the melodies down and everything. We do that. My schedule changes then. So now I'm working on their schedule because they're not gonna be up with me all the time. So I switch my schedule back around to get in production mode. Mm-hmm. But then when it's time to mix, master, I'm back on my schedule. So I'm back on the overnight thing. Mm-hmm. But if I have to juggle those, that's when I stay up all day. Okay. so it's not easy.
It's literally like no sleep.
I get some sleep. I take naps. I take naps, yeah.
So naps are important in your process.
And most of the time I have a Sunday ritual. My Sunday nap is always after church.
Okay.
That's even when I'm doing something. I gotta have that Sunday nap because I do sound at my church. So
okay. What church?
Spirit Food Christian Center is out here in California. So I do sound.
How did that happen?
I don't know.
Okay.
I just
so you do the sound there.
Yeah, I'm the audio director at my church. Yeah.
Okay.
So I get up at 7. Now this is what's crazy. I do all that stuff during the week, but then I have to switch my schedule for this one day, and get up at 7 a.m. and go to work at the church from 7 a.m. to like 12. So that nap is a necessity because I can't function after that. I got to take a 5-hour group. Okay, I'm ready to go to church. Get out of church. I'm about to pass out. That's how I got to get it.
So does it feel like work?
What? Which one?
What you do sometimes?
No, I don't feel like work at all. It's fun. This is what I love to do. I will be in that room for like days. I go to sleep.
Don't even know it.
I go sleep on the couch, wake up, get back to it.
Do you see sounds or do you?
I see color.
You see color
as a sound, yeah. Synesthesia, yeah.
Okay.
Now the weird thing about that, I wasn't born. Well, I don't know. I don't think I was born with it because I didn't see it until maybe 5-6 years ago. Because the funny thing, I always tell the story. I was making some tracks for Josephine Clark, and she told me no, she wasn't writing to the tracks. So I was like, "Why you not writing to the tracks?" She was like, "Because your music just doesn't inspire me." I was like, oh.
Challenge.
Okay. So I said, all right. So I went and started learning how to play the keys. I always played a little bit, but I wasn't like a player. So I said, I got to go learn how to do this because she's not finna pump me out like this no more. So I went and learned how to play the keys or whatever. And so as I started doing that, and I was working with their nephew Feemster, he taught me a lot of stuff about textures and sounds and sound selections and how to carve these type of sounds out of vocals and a bunch of different stuff, which led to me being a sound designer. Okay. But once he was showing me this stuff, I started using those tools he taught me, and I started seeing the actual notes I'm playing. Okay. Sounds weird, I don't know how to do it. But the first time, actually, it was here. The first time I actually witnessed it, and it was in Studio B. I was working with, can't remember the girl's name. I remember her name. But anyway, I was working with this girl over in the other room, and I did a track, and it was just like a picture. It was so weird, and that's on Instagram too. Really? I drew it. So I drew it. Yeah. I got a whole catalog. Josephine knows. I have a whole catalog of my tracks that I was making at the time. I was just drawing them. As I was hearing, I would draw a picture. And so this track would be named this, and it'll have a picture with it.
Oh my God.
It's super weird. So I don't know. So I started trying to tell people, bro, I see the sign. I'm like, okay. It was weird. Nobody else knew what I was talking about, but yeah, that's how it happens. And then actually, it made my production. I started noticing a difference in my sound, because it actually, to me, what I was hearing, I was actually painting it like a portrait. So the colors made sense, the browns and the grays and the pastels with the reds and all this stuff. It made sense. So I knew if I put a red with the orange, it's going to kind of clash, but it may work. It depends on what kind of color I put on the top. Okay. So
I know how important spirituality is to you and how important your faith walk is, and how, it has been very integral, more than people realize, in in just your growth and who you are and stuff today. Can you talk about that and how it keeps you grounded and why it's important, especially in this industry, in the business, how important that part of who you are is as it relates to, you know, just being able to maneuver and, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's back to the same thing again, because you have to understand that no is not the end, because I keep that faith embedded in my heart. It's like, no matter, even if you are the only person that could possibly get me on Rhythmic TV and you tell me no, I know it's somebody else that's gonna come and take your place and move you out of the way, because God already told me I'm gonna be on Rhythmic TV. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's how I think. Even though you may say no right now, I'm like, okay, that's what you think. You gonna get the one. You gonna be the one fired.
Okay.
It's gonna be somebody else sitting right there, and I'm gonna be right here with this microphone. That's how I think on everything. Like, if you tell me no, it's just, that's not the answer, because I already seen when I was a kid what I was supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? What's gonna happen, where I'm going, and where I am now. Of course, I thought I was gonna be way past this joint at 18. You know what I'm saying? But I know where the end result is, and I know where I'm supposed to be. I know where I'm going, because I know what I heard. I know what God told me. I know what my calling is, and it's been music since I was a kid. So that faith, that joint it's
serious.
It's super serious. You gotta have it, man, especially out here, because this is whether this industry is not your friend. They don't care about you at all. So if you ain't got that God factor in there, that's why so many people come out here, they end up homeless or they turn to drugs, alcohol, because that
it's a rush.
It's a whole different thing, man. It's totally different out here. It's totally not just out here, but in New York, wherever the music industry, where the industry capitals are, or whatever. It's a bunch of people here trying to do the same thing you're doing, maybe better or may not, but you have to have something that keeps you grounded regardless. If she's better than me, I still gotta have that same faith, because some kind of way it ain't gonna matter that she better than me, because God already told me I'm gonna be over there. She whacker than me, it don't matter, because I already know what my end result gonna be.
Right.
So it's real important. If you don't have that, man, if you ain't got no relationship, you're gonna be sunk. You ain't got no ship.
Right. How important is social media now with in the industry?
I think it's very important, because I don't want it to be important.
Right.
To be real with you, I don't want it to be important, because it's fake, to be honest with you, because anybody can be anything at any time.
Right.
But it's vital, because that's where everybody gets their information, no matter what it is. They want the truth, they want the lie, they want the fake, they want the real. They're gonna get it from social media. It don't matter.
Is that how you stay connected with people? Like how you communicate with people?
Yeah.
Is it text message? Is it phone calls anymore?
And that's what makes it weird, because sometimes you'll be on social media talking to people and you won't even realize I haven't heard this person's voice
ever.
Yeah. So you just don't pay it any attention. You just thinking like, I just talked to you. No, I didn't talk to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hadn't seen you in forever, but I text you.
Right.
I see you on Facebook or something. I ain't never even talked to Russ.
Right.
But I see him now. I'm like, oh, that's the real man.
Right. Right.
He's real.
Right. Right.
But it's just that sense of false reality. But it's a thin line between that. Is it real or is it not real? Because it's real people, but the stuff that people portray on there is not real. So it's kind of like a thin line. But it's vital, because that's where everything is. Mm-hmm. Everything is on there.
As far as like the artists that you work with, you have five?
Yeah.
5 under the label.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's the I know we've talked to Dan I.
Mm-hmm.
And I've heard some of Reg Archie's music, real dope. How do you find talent? How do you want to grab them and help them to be better artists? Or is that the goal? Or you know what I'm saying?
I have to have a connection with the artist. It has to be. You have to inspire me. Like, I can look at you. You can be whack. Wait a minute. Let me finish. Hold up. You can be whack, and I feel a vibe with you, and see how I would want to take the time to try to help mold you into something that's great. But if I don't have a vibe with you, all the extra stuff ain't gonna even happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I can see an artist with talent and we don't vibe. I don't even want to mess with them. I don't care if you can sing, you can rap, you the dopest in the world. We don't vibe. When it's time for me to paint these pictures, I'm not gonna be able to pick the colors because we don't link, we don't sync together. So I mean, it's even having conversations. I can watch you on Facebook. I can see your conversation. I can see the way you talk. I can see the way you see how serious I'm. The way you talk.
Yeah.
I can watch your conversation, the way you phrase your words. I can watch this and be like, I don't like the way you think. So I don't even want to get in this in my. This is like my
Your
spaceship.
sanctuary.
Yeah. This is I call it a spaceship.
Okay.
So when I'm working, I'm like, I don't even want you on this ship because when we take off, we going together. You can't turn around. You ever seen a space movie where they say, "Oh, we gotta go back." He said he don't want to go.
Right.
Once we take off, we gone. So
right.
if we in there and we ain't gelling together, if I can't gel with you before we even board this ship, I ain't finna gel with you on the way to the moon. We gotta get to the moon together. You gotta go make sure you hit the controls with me. We gotta be in sync. So if we ain't in sync, I can't do it from the jump. So that's why a lot of cats be like, man, Snipe be acting Hollywood. No, we just don't gel. And I've learned that over the years because I used to just do track. Don't care who get it. And then I started looking, I'm like, man, they didn't do half of what I thought they was gonna do in there. I just gave them a beat. And then I started noticing people started saying, Snipe made that beat. And I'm like, because I was chasing the check. You feel what I'm saying? Snipe made that beat. I'm telling about I made the beat. I'm telling you. They started, Snipe did that one. Snipe did this one too. Why your beat sound like that and mine sound like this? Snipe did that one too? Oh. And then start reflecting on me. They'll overlook the artist and be like, why Snipe didn't do the
that
production? Like, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay.
So you can't work with anybody to everybody. That's just the bottom line.
And it has nothing to do with no credits or no accolades. This is just the way I like to work. When I'm working, I'm trying to dig into your soul and find out what you like and what you don't like, what you cried about when you was 4. I want to know what your colors is, the color that make you mad, what your boyfriend said to you last month. You know, I want to know all that so we can put it into a song. So if we don't get to that point, I can't help, because I write as well. I can't help write your song or write a song for you if I don't know you.